Check, check. Microphone check one time. Microphone check one time.
Hey, what's up, Airyus?
Ichi.
What's good, man?
I played with you the other day, right?
Yeah. I was playing on my friend's account, Fox.
That was Fox. Okay, what should I call you? Ichi or Fox?
Yeah. Ichi's fine, man.
How about
I'll
Ichi
be
Fox?
using different
No,
account.
just kidding.
Ichi Fox.
Oh man, dude, thank you for jumping on. I know that you're probably busy and stuff, and dude, like this is actually really helpful and valuable to me. Talking to people in the community, talking to people that have played this game. It's actually advice that I try to give my children because you know, kids, man, like when they're teenagers, they think they know everything. They think they got it all figured out, and you know they don't want to listen to nobody because they're invincible, right? And I try to tell them, like, if you guys trying to do something, you know, if you're trying to get better at something, go find somebody who's been doing it longer than you and is better than you and is willing to listen and help you. Like, and that's the way to do it. And I'm trying to take my own advice. So thank you, man, for jumping on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, man. That sounds awesome.
So dude, I wanna know, like, what's your Mobile Legends origin story? Like, how did you get into the game?
Well, I started playing like about 2 years ago, and before I used to play League of Legends on.
Oh, you're ex League of Legends, huh?
Only a little bit though. Like I played only for like around a year maybe of League of Legends. Then while I was playing that, like I'll go to the Discord server and there's like a whole like community, right? And they're talking about how there's a Chinese knockoff of League of Legends. And they're like, oh, it's crap, all this. I'm like, I'm gonna go check it out just to see how it is, you know?
They're all like, it's a piece of crap. You're like, I want to go play this thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check it out, you know? Like, I can't say that it's crap without me trying it out, you know?
Yeah.
I tried it out, and I really enjoyed the tempo of the game. Because on League, each game is like 30 minutes or plus sometimes. Like, slow tempo build-up. And
why is
the
it
map's
longer?
bigger.
Why is it longer on League?
The maps... I think it's the map being bigger, and also the fact that it just takes a lot longer to accumulate enough gold and experience to the point where, like, when we hit level 15 on Mobile Legends, it might still be like around like level 12 or like 13 because it just takes a lot longer.
Interesting.
And yeah, and like when I started playing MLBB, it is just a full throttle 5v5 team fight happening left and right much earlier in the game, and it is much more fun.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So I don't know if I got this right, but I understand that League of Legends is a PC game. You play it on the PC.
Oh yeah, it's a PC game, but they actually had a mobile version. That's why I started playing that game.
Oh, so you were playing, what's it called, Wild Rift or something like that?
Wild Rift.
Okay,
yeah, that's the one.
Nice. And then they're all like, yeah, there's this Chinese knockoff. And you're like, sweet, what is it? I want to see.
Yeah, let me check it out. It's like everyone's chatting shit, you know? I'm like, I can't chat shit on it without me trying it.
Yeah. So League of Legends was first, and then Mobile Legends came out. What is Honor of Kings in there somewhere too?
No, I actually, I'm not a player of Honor of Kings. I know it came out not too long ago in the US server, but yeah, I just been on MLBB.
Yeah, that's crazy, bud. So if you could delete, if you could absolutely delete one hero from the game, who would you delete?
I mean, it's probably gonna be Natalia, man. It's because like she's not strong or anything. Yeah, she's not strong or anything. It's not because of that. It's because how she affects our team's composition on our team when we have her as a roam. Because let's say like during like mid to late game, there's gonna be a lot of 5v5 team fights, right? Okay. But she's a pick off, so she'll come in late and pick off a low HP. Then she'll just disengage and she'll escape. So majority of the fights are gonna be a 4v5, and we're gonna be at a disadvantage.
Oh, because she's like in and out, and. I see what you're saying.
And like she's not necessarily an engager. She'll just do pickoffs by herself or just go for the low HPs in the team fight. And she won't be there to like make too much of a presence there. And like also when we do objectives, like when we contest for turtle or lord, we have a roamer that's tank. They could actually zone out the enemies. They could go to the outer skirts and they could keep them from coming towards us.
Okay.
Or they could they even have some stunning abilities, some CC capabilities that can actually allow the junglers to get the objective like without getting contested.
So
and not is too squishy, so she can't.
You're basically saying that she's more or less kind of useless to your team.
She's by herself. She has skill sets to pick off somebody, but in a team fight composition, she doesn't do really well. She's a very good assassin.
Yeah.
But when we have another assassin or another damage dealer as a roamer that doesn't have any form of controlling, like crowd control, that's like the main thing. Like if at least she had some kind of CC capability, she could actually help someone out. But she could only go and kill him and bounce.
I see that. I see that. Well, I like it, man. You kind of think like a strategist, and I like minds like that, because for me, I'm in a similar way. I like to pick apart situations and look at like details, like you just said, and see where our team could come out ahead. That's helpful, man. So I really like the characters, and I don't know if you've seen some of my music videos that I've made on Mobile Legends, but
like the Arla or Vexana.
What's that?
Like the Arla or Vexana, right?
Yeah, those ones. And I like the Vexana one was the first one that I ever made. And dude, I really connected to her, like just looking at her backstory, and I was just like, oh dude, she's just trying to like, hold off the hordes and stuff. And yeah, she's pretty dope. And like I like her voice too. Like she says some really cool things. Like I like her voice lines. But if you if there were like trash talk voice lines that you could write for Mobile Legends, what's the most savage one you would write, and for which hero would it be?
I don't. That one was hard. That one kind of made me laugh too. Like, what a question, But like, I don't know. Like I do like how you like made your names for your Cyclops, right? Like, suck my disc and take my balls. Like, I think that's really hilarious, man. That's awesome. I love it. Thing is, like, I don't know, man. Like, be a mother sucker, like on Kaya's Dash or something.
For sure, dude, for sure. Like, I think that's the one aspect that's missing in this game. We need more, like, actual voice lines that trash talk. Like, really? That all you got? Or, it doesn't have to be, like, totally bad, but it could be a little taunting, Like, I think Suck My Disc would not go very well on the Mobile Legends board of directors when they're making these decisions.
It's great though, man. It's awesome.
How about you? Have you met? Because you said you've been playing for a couple years. Have you met like any people IRL, or not like in real life, but have you met people outside of the game, through the game, like maybe friends or even enemies? That you still keep in contact with today?
Not really, man. Like, I've been playing for however many years, but like the thing is, like, I don't go on voice too often. Like, we'll message and stuff, and like last season I was going on 5-man and we'll go on voice, right? But there's 5 of us on voice, but like a third of the time everyone's speaking Tagalog.
Everyone's quiet.
Like there's like they're speaking Tagalog, so like I can't understand them, And every so often they'll come back and speak English, like, hey yo, like, oh, objective or like whatever, like, hey, we're gank right here. Like, oh yeah, I got you. Like, it's kind of like, I haven't really voiced too much.
I mean,
it's nice.
It's a nice feature though. Actually, I'm not used to having that in a mobile game, like built in. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, it is. It really is. That's what I thought too.
Here's the other thing though, man. Like, a lot of people that, I guess it's in all video games, really. Just you get like the young kids, man. Then you get like your keyboard warriors, people who who aren't afraid to shit talk because they're behind a keyboard, right? And like I tried playing what was it, like Call of Duty once, and I swear, dude,
oh man, yeah,
this 7-year-old jumped on. Dude, it was like, kid, you're 7 and you're saying things to me that would make like a 40-year-old man like cry. Like, who taught you how to talk like that? Like, what? And I imagine it's the same in Mobile Legend, dude. Like, when you come across that kind of stuff, like, how do you deal with it without, losing your mind?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that just they know everything and they're never wrong. Yes. Like, it's just what it is, though. Like, yes. It's just, you can't change their mindset on that. So like, I try to not get involved most of the time, and sometimes like I'll say things like, "Hey, yo, come here." They're like, "Rome, are you gonna leave the lane? Like, come help objective. We need turtle."
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like I'll be constructive about it for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if it's really bad and like my own mental fortitude is not doing too well that day, I'll just mute them. Like, because even enemy players on the top of the screen, when you click the little icon that lets you see everyone's gold and like everyone's levels and like the build and stuff like that, there's a mute button, so you could actually mute everyone on there. You can mute their chat and mute their voice if you want. Like when like sometimes like on the enemy team something will happen, they'll do like, "Oh, what the fuck was that?" or some shit like that. Like, "Oh, GG, that was easy," or something like that. You could just go ahead and mute them if you want. So then you can't see their messages come through.
Oh, I didn't know that. Like, because I've seen a lot of enemy chats where they're like, "Report Layla," or "Report this person," "Report this person."
yeah.
And I'm like,
trolling.
What's going on? What happened?
Yeah. Like, I mean, there's some good stuff though. Like, I remember, like, it's always happened, like, not when you least expect it, but like, someone will do like a flicker combo, and they're like, don't mess it up right in front of your face, and they'll put it in all chat like, "Hey, yo, you guys didn't see that, lag, bro," and like we'll laugh about it, like laugh my ass off, but like that's cool, because it's wholesome, like
yeah, for sure.
There's just those, then like there's sometimes it's okay, but like. Yeah, there's a lot of toxicity though, for sure. You gotta try to avoid it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, I'm not here to shit talk, dude. I'm here to play a game.
Yeah.
And if people want to shit talk, it's fine. That's fine. You can do your thing. But I like that there's a mute button. I didn't know that. So does it come already turned off? Because I've never heard anybody talk ever, like in the game.
So like in the game, if people are talking, you'll see the icon like during like the ban pick phase 2.
Oh,
like, you can see that they're chatting amongst each other in the team.
I gotta pay attention more. Shoot.
Yeah, and like, you could hear them if you put your speaker on. But you don't necessarily have to like their mics, but like, you just mute their like messaging system. So like whenever they ping something anymore, because like it's annoying. Like, well played.
Yeah.
Okay.
People be spamming that shit, dude, for reals. Like yeah, like retreat. I'm like, oh my god, would you please stop? Like, so I gotta go find that mute button and turn that thing off, dude. I'm very visual.
Yeah, I can show you.
But the audio cues do help, for sure. Because I mean,
it definitely does. Yeah,
I forget to look at the map sometimes. You get too engaged in like in a battle, and you're just like, oh, and then people are like taking the turtle behind you.
Yeah, those little like those things are just supposed to be like a reminder, like, "Hey, yo, gather," or like, "Hey, retreat," or like, "This guy's missing,"
right?
This guy's attacking the buff. But now, like, this guy's coming to you. Like, you could ping that too.
Yeah, you're always gonna have trolls in any game, and there's not much you could do to change that. But if Mouton ever asked you to like come in and like redesign one of the, because they change. They buff heroes and they nerf heroes like every week, right? But if you were gonna be on a community,
like every patch,
it's like every time they're always doing something. But like if you're gonna change something, what would you change and what hero would you change?
They got like over 100+ heroes, right?
So
like
many.
You keep trying to change it. Yeah, like you keep trying to change the meta, every season. So like,
Yeah.
they want to keep it fresh, right? So like,
I like it.
you'll see different heroes. It's like it gets to a point when you keep climbing, your same type of team composition lineups. Like you end up going up against the same people, like Gato, Badang, Hylos, Granger. You'll see it in like Sicilian. You see them every other match. Then like it starts to get boring.
Yeah.
And like they change that up, which is very nice, you know. And like one hero I never see anymore is like Aldous. Aldous, that guy's skill sets and his passive, all of it's really not suited for like good team fight, and like it just he's just not well built, you know. And like I'm pretty sure everyone knows this. That's why like he's not really played anymore. And if you could change him up, that'd be cool, you know. Like they could revamp him into something that we could see at least like every other game, or like, you know, like so often, because like he's never around.
No, I don't even know who that is, bro.
That guy has a passive where like every time he kills a minion, a creep, or a hero, he gets a certain amount of stacks, and it increases his first skill's punching ability. It increases the damage. So like if you like potentially if you get like 500, 600 stacks, you'll be one punching everybody to death. Damn. All the squishies will die in one punch.
That's nice.
It sounds OP, right? It sounds OP, but his skill sets aren't really good enough for him to like stay in the meta, and like it just takes too long to get those stacks up. Most of the time, the game's in like 15 minutes, and like he won't have enough stacks to do damage.
Bummer.
He's not really viable.
Oh, that's too bad. So you'd redesign him and make him more of a meta. Like what would you do exactly to make him stronger?
I don't know. Like he probably just needs a whole remake, man. Because like
his skills like completely and start over.
yeah, because like the whole thing is like his main thing is the passive to get stacks, increase his power so he can one shot everybody. But it takes too long because the game doesn't last 30 minutes every time. Every so often it might, but majority of the game is like 15 minutes, like maybe 17, 18 minutes.
Yeah.
Like within that time, how can you make him viable?
That's true.
Like maybe increase the stacks.
What if
like how much he gets per stack?
Well, what if they made him have like Sky Piercer like as his passive ability, like that's his passive, and they made him tankier so he wouldn't die as fast. Would that be too OP?
Yeah, that might work. No, that might work, but yeah, it could potentially make him too OP because like I don't know what the balance is. You know, the fine line of like if you make him too strong, they'll instantly like they've done it to heroes where like don't revamp him. Like Danger, for instance, was a new one. They revamped him, changed his whole mechanics and like stuff like that.
Okay,
but he was way too strong, so they nerfed him on this patch.
Oh,
and like this stuff where they come up with new heroes like Lucas or like Suyo, and then like they'll nerf them slightly because when they come out they're just ridiculously strong.
Yeah,
it's like, you know, it's a new thing. They're trying it out, and like I don't know.
You know, that seems to be a model in most games where when they have a new hero or a new character or whatever, you know, they'll put it out, but players have to like put out money, right, to get the new character, and then they purposely make it OP so that everyone's like, oh, I gotta get that character, and then they'll nerf it in the next patch. You know, like video game companies though, man, not much you could do about that. But shoot.
Yeah, I mean it's got to be alluring, right? It's got to have some kind of
yeah. They got to sucker you in, like cast the line, bring it back. For new players, like well, I'm still kind of new. I've been playing for like 2 months now, but for new players, what would you say are the better heroes to rank up with?
Better heroes to rank up with
as a new player,
there's like basically there's high skill requirements for certain heroes like Fanny or like
for sure
Ling, you know, Joy. Ibusa is okay too, but like there's basically like a little thing on the left side of the hero that'll tell you how hard it is to learn that hero, the difficulty of each hero.
Okay.
And certain heroes are much easier, and like especially for like people that like might have like lag or something, you know, or like in your case you're playing on PC. There's certain heroes that require less mechanics, like Hylos, Belric, Airyus is one of them too. Airyus is very strong, but he doesn't require as much mechanical like skills. There's an auto lock system. He does a gang of damage early game. It's just the problem with certain heroes like Airyus is like he falls off really hard late game.
Yeah.
Early and mid game he's very strong.
Okay.
But after that he falls off. And like learning heroes that like suit your style, and like sometimes like when you play a hero in Classic, they'll just click with you. Like boom, oh, hey, I got MVP in Classic for the first time I played him. That's sick. And like you would try him again on Classic, and like you got MVP or you got close to MVP, and you kind of know like, hey, come on, buy this guy, maybe try him on Ring. That's how I learned how to play Hylos. Like I was like, oh, this Hylos is sick. Oh, this is pretty cool. Like, I just bought him and started playing him.
I like what you said. The heroes that have like the less amount of mechanics are probably the easiest ones to use. Like smash buttons,
Yeah, spam skills or like like easier passives to learn. Like there's some like passives just like you see like you look at their hero and like you look at their passive, it's like a whole paragraph. Oh shit.
Yeah.
You look at some people like Ballman, his passive was like 1 line or something. Like
it's like one word. Yeah.
You kill
strong.
Yeah, you kill something, you get health back from it.
Right. I mean, that's pretty sweet. You don't need much explanation on that, for sure.
Yeah. Like, other than, like, the heroes, though, like, I think, like, the basic knowledge of, like, the early game, mid game, late game really helps a lot. Like things like a roamer helping mid laner, fast clear. Like, the first thing roamer could do is, like, help leash, is what they call it. Help leash the jungler. Like, the mid lane XP and the roam will go to the buff that the jungler is at, and they'll help him leash. And they'll do damage to the buff so the jungler can rotate faster. Then the roamer and mid could go to mid lane, clear the farm together, then the roamer can the mid laner to a certain direction, whichever side, and go gank real quick. Because you guys will be ganking two plus into that one lane, so it'd be a 3v1 on one of the lanes.
See,
and it's a higher rate to success, like a gank, a kill.
Yeah, see, and again, those are those strategies of that are very important. Like what you're talking about, man. That like the roles, like how people go roam around the map and rotate between lanes. Like, how does a noob learn that stuff quickly? Like, is it better to watch like YouTube videos? Is it better to play with friends or just play on your own, figure it out? Like, what do you think is the fastest way to learn? Because that's a lot, dude. How do you learn all that stuff?
Yeah, it's a lot. Like I learned through like watching people a lot, like lives or like tournaments and stuff. I watched them and like I didn't comprehend it as much. Like when you watch it, there's like a pattern, like and you start to like really just got pattern, like they'll do this every time, or like it's always circumstantial. Sometimes things happen and like they won't be going the certain way they should be, but like they'll still adjust. But like watching stuff helped. And with other people that are much more experienced really helped me out too. Like when I first started playing, like I just kept friending people that got MVPs, on my team. And like we'll try to play together, and like I try to learn from like what they're doing. Oh, that's sick. I didn't think about doing that, And like it really helped out a lot because like even the stuff like this, where I'm talking about like the roamer helping mid clear, like I learned through like watching something and like and this little thing that they do is like really good because like. When you're laning, you guys are even usually. Like unless they try to fight each other and one of them dies, they're usually just even. But if you go gank them, they'll get like an advantage over them by experience or gold.
Yeah.
And they'll be able to keep that lane pressure on both sides, making it easier to gank every time. And like, there's like one thing which like super important. What I thought was like, knowing that like around the 1 minute 15 minute to 1 minute 15 seconds to 1 minute 20 second mark is when the junglers on both teams are going to be level 4. Around that mark, usually they're level 4, so that means the first gank is going to be around 1 minute 15 to 1 minute 20. But like, you have to be careful if you're on the side lanes. That if you overextend, like if you go past the halfway mark of the lane and you go towards their side of the map, then you might actually get ganked. Whether it's on the XP lane or gold lane, we can't tell unless we have vision, But it's just better to play safer on the 1 minute 15 second mark. It's like you could stay by your turret and you won't be easily as killed.
So That's dude, like that's like very exact science, man. Like, and that's not the first time I've heard something as crazy as that. Like I've heard people, say things like, at exactly, 4 minutes and 20 seconds, this is going to happen at this time, and you got to be at this spot before the roamer gets like how the hell do you keep track of all that?
Because like this thing that I was telling you about right now is because like when you jungle, you know how long it takes for you to clear these farm camps, right? And you'll hit a level 4 at a certain time every single time. And like unless something happens in between, like an invasion happens or you invade their jungle, then you get delayed on like the leveling up and whatnot. But for the most part, if each jungler just clears their buffs and their green camps, then they're gonna hit level 4 on the same time, and they're gonna be on opposing lanes or on the same lane on the other side of the bush. So it's gonna turn into basically, if they're gonna counter gank, if they're gonna be ganking the same lane together, that means it's gonna be like a 3v3 instantly team fight in like the 15-minute mark on one lane. Or if it's on the opposing side, that means one side's gonna get ganked and one side's not gonna be ganked. But the enemy side's gonna gank that side where you're not ganking. Like,
that's crazy.
You just have to be careful, like, because like that timing is like it's always going to be around that time. Yeah. Level 4 is like hit first, by the junglers every time. The side laners and mid laners are always going to be level 3 by then.
Interesting. Well, that's good to know, man. Ulti. See that, and I think the only way that stuff is going to stick up here is if I just keep playing the game, dude. Like, there's no way.
Repetition. Yep.
I can like learn all that in like a week, or like I've seen people though. I mean, I've seen people like this one guy. He was a new YouTuber from North America. I think his name is Scooms MLBB. I saw the name and it reminded me of Skooma, which is from an Elder Scrolls game series, and Skooma's just like a
is that right?
It's like a drug, like a drink drug. So I saw his name Scooms, but he was his new player, and he got to Mythic in like a month, bro. And I'm like,
oh, nice.
God damn, like that's a lot of playing, man. And I mean, I guess, do you really have to play that much to get to Mythic that fast? Like, is it really that intense?
You could get there quicker than a month. When I usually play too, like you could get there much quicker as long as you have like a duo with you. That's good too. Like another person that's like already like glory or immortal with you, and like you're just steamrolling everyone and just running through like 10, 11 win streaks, and like you could get there real quick within 100. But within 100 games, you could get to Mythic real quick.
Really?
And like
within 100 games?
Yeah. I think it was like. Yeah, I think I got to like Immortal last season. Within 300 games. Yeah, I got to 100 stars.
That's pretty good, bro.
Yeah, but that's with. Yeah, it's all good. It's all right because I had a good team, and like at a certain point, you just need someone that has like a like-minded strategy. So like you'll sync up, like, hey, let's go do this, and like you guys will sync up and like go do a gank, or like. You'll be reactive. Like if someone invades, that other person will be very reactive. Come help you out with the invasion. That kind of stuff really helps.
Dude, I resonate with that. It's like playing pickup basketball at the rec center. Like if you go with a homie that like you guys know each other's play styles and what to do. Like you're more likely to beat the other team if they don't have anybody that play together. You know what I mean? I like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So. You kind of touched on this earlier, man, but I want you to kind of elaborate. Like, why is Mobile Legends? Because I've kind of been, like, especially when we had that scare, bro, like early January. I was like,
the TikTok ban and all that.
Dude, I was like, I'm just getting into this game, man. Y'all taking it away already? Jeez. And so I had to like look at like Honor of Kings and League of Legends and stuff like as a backup, but so I kind of dove into that space for a bit, researching, but there's a lot more players on Mobile Legends, for sure.
Yeah.
What makes it better than the other stuff?
You know what? Like, from my understanding, Wild Rift died out really quick. Like, the League of Legends Wild Rift died out real quick. Honor of Kings has a community too, but like, the MLBB I think is huge because a lot of it in Asia, like Indonesia or Philippines,
Philippines,
Malaysia. Yeah, Philippines huge, yeah, huge. But like
Yep.
in those Asian areas, it's very huge, and because of that, there's a lot of revenue, and I think that revenue is probably like one of the things, right? Because like keep creating all these skins and making it very like like it's allowing people because like, it's an extensive amount of skins, and like, you're like a collectible kind of guy, you know, you like to collect things.
Who doesn't, man?
Like,
who
you
doesn't?
get to show off. Yeah, and you like to show off. Like, hey, yo, check this out. This thing's like a $500 skin.
Oh
Yo,
my
you guys
God, that
got
hurts
this,
my heart.
you know, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ow!
Yeah, you know, this because like that's one factor, right? It's just one of the factors that, you know, like might get people to like want to play because like, you know, but like for me, like also it's just like the play style, you know, like and like the tempo. I really like that. Like the fact that like it's very fast paced, a lot of 5v5 full throttle team fights, and like all these crazy things going on. Like a lot of like quick thinking comes into play. You know, like little mechanic things, and like just like a slight outplay like gives you like an adrenaline rush, and you're like, oh man, I played this guy now. Like I figured he was gonna do this. He actually fell right into where I wanted him to. You know, like oh, he's probably gonna do this. So I'm just gonna back off because I know he's gonna be in this bush right here, and like, you know, stuff like that. Like it gives you an adrenaline rush. You know.
You know what, man? I just kind of caught on to something. Like the game is the same fucking map every game. The minions spawn the same place every game.
Yeah.
The bushes are always gonna be in the same spot. Like the you know, everything happens consistently. And I think, you know, because of the consistency that makes for so many variables. Like because you know that the other person knows, and then it's just a matter of like, you know, who has more knowledge in the situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a chess. It's got, you know, like you try to read each other.
It's chess,
dude. You try to read each other's next movements, and like sometimes the players are crazy, man. Like I've gone up against people who have like 300 plus stars. They're global number 1, global number 10. You know, like rankings, and like you try to do something, they're like 2 steps ahead of you. Like, oh fuck, they just ambushed the shit out of me. I thought I was safe doing this right here. He just came in 3 deep and just destroyed me. And like, you know, that kind of stuff helps you learn too, right? Because like that's another strategy. Like whatever they did, you could try to like recreate that in the next game whenever you play, you know, or like, you know, like you could learn from these like crazy plays they do. Because like sometimes it's like it feels like anything you try, they're onto you. They're onto you. Like that doesn't mean it won't work.
How? You reading my mind?
Yeah, but
what's going on?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it won't work, you know, because they're not perfect. No one's perfect. So like you can still outplay people even in those situations where they might be a better player. You can still create your own plays, and you could try to find a way to make it work the way you play, the way your style is.
I like it. That's pretty sick, man. And dude, you've got some mad crazy insights. So thank you for sharing that, and thank you for sharing that with the community. Thank you for coming on, man. Like I appreciate your time. I hope we can play again, dude, because like I like winning, and like you helped me win. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm down to play right now if you have some time.
Oh, well, I got to jump on a work call. So, well, thank you for watching, y'all. You know, hit that that up thumb and that subscribe button. And I'll love to do more of these videos. So, you know, you can hang out with me and Fox, Itchy Fox, or whatever, dude. Like, I think it'd be sweet to have like a group, you know, interview with like a bunch of people, and we just all chatterbox some shit. Like what's that chick show? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be offensive, but The View with like, you know, Whoopi Goldberg and all those ladies. We could have a bunch of people up here, just, you know, talking about politics and Mobile Legends or whatever, man. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Well, you stay right, bro. I'll catch you on the next one.
You stay right as well.
Cheers, bud.